In order to believe in an authentic Book of Mormon, do we also need to believe in giants? Some people seem to think so, reading the references to large and mighty Jaredites and their descendants as them being literally 9 feet tall. They tend to rely on sketchy discoveries of giant femurs and various kinds of folklore to support their theories, and Brant Gardner has an essay out this week discussing these giants and their supposed connection to the Book of Mormon. First, large doesn't necessarily mean giant, especially when the inhabitants of ancient America were generally quite short. One survey of archaeological finds in Florida had them ranging from 5'2" to 5'9" at the tallest. Second, these purported finds of giants have generally turned out to be misidentified animal femurs, extreme miscalculations from limited human remains, or just outright hoaxes and fabrications. And third, despite no actual archaeological finds of giants anywhere worldwide, stories of ancient giants remain common across cultures, and they're usually interpreted as ways of making sense of large fossilized remains of ancient creatures. Even modern medical experts have sometimes been fooled by these kinds of remains, so that's no shade against those ancient peoples. In that light, actual giants are far from a requirement for believing in the Book of Mormon, and neither is believing in large-scale conspiracies at the Smithsonian that they've either destroyed or are hiding all those remains of ancient giants. Ancient authors in the Bible were humans that sometimes were passing down legends that they didn't fully understand. We shouldn't assume that that applies to everything they had to say, but it does free us from having to justify every myth in the most straightforward way imaginable. Gardner's full article is titled Of Book of Mormon Stories and Giants. Let me know what you think of giants in the comments, and I'll see you next week.